Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be an updated video. This is a 2.5 year update of being an esthetician. Honestly, maybe 3, I don't know. It's been a long time, that's all I know. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ask me any questions that you guys have about being an esthetician or anything of that sort. Here's my updated pros and cons list. My first pro, something that I absolutely love so much about being an esthetician, is the control that I have over my schedule. I work the best hours ever. I don't have to wake up early if I don't want to. I have an esthetician apps and everything that I can use to make money. It's never, oh, I can't work this day because there's nothing for me to do. Instead of doing things like DoorDash or Uber Eats, I can still do work that's underneath my aesthetics umbrella. To these moods where honestly I don't want to work, especially where my girl's at. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But especially in those times, because it can be really hard physically, mentally, emotionally, especially. And this is a very people front-facing job, and it's nice to have that ability home. Or if I know that my period's happening in this time and I don't have a lot of people booked for that day, blocking up my book, just stuff like that, it can be really easy. I will say kind of a con that goes with that is that I don't have holidays or weekends, just because a lot of people typically need to get their stuff done on holidays and weekends. So I have to mix up my schedule a lot. So sometimes working in the morning, sometimes working in the evening, just to fit every branch of clientele and not exclusively blocking myself off to a certain group of people. So people that work 9 to 5 during the day need somebody that can work in the evening, and those that don't work 9 to 5 need somebody that can work in the morning. So there is definitely a pro and con to everything, but overall I would definitely say that's a pro for me, because I used to work a regular corporate job working 9 to 5 or sometimes 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and I hated it. I hated it so much. Another pro is just the endless options and capabilities. I specialize in waxing. I feel like I can do so much with that. And even if you were doing facials or even if you were doing lashes, you can just expand and do so much, and you don't have to just stay with that one thing. You can do services that complement each other, or if you don't want to do that, you can just specialize your own service and make it your own. And I just like how it's not necessarily black and white. It goes into my third pros and cons, which is every day is different and you're really on your toes, metaphorically and physically, every single day. I didn't think I would like it. It's definitely physically exhausting, which would be a con. Definitely physically exhausting. You definitely have to take care of your body and rest and listen to yourself. But at the same time, I don't like just sitting and looking at a screen all day. I'm already on my phone enough. I need to be out. And my fourth pro is definitely just how many amazing people I meet every single day. It's different. And even if I don't meet people that are amazing, I know that sounds crazy, but if people come in with a bad attitude, and me being able to just completely transform that just by being myself and giving them a service that they like, love that. I live for that. It scratches my brain. It just does something. So another pro is that, because I feel like everyone wants to know about the money. They don't care about the day-to-day. They want to know about the money. The best thing is that I make more than when I work my 9 to 5 with set hours to a certain extent. There's definitely ebbs and flows, but having cash tips helps a lot because it's not being taxed. Let's start there. And then on top of that, not being restricted to just your 40 hours and being able to make more money by picking up hours and going into overtime and hitting bonuses and having incentives. I just feel like there's more ways for you to expand your money and your potential versus what I personally experienced working a 9 to 5, where I made $20 an hour and I had a mandatory health insurance thing being taken out of my paycheck. It's just such a big difference. It's just such a big difference. And I'm putting in less effort on paper, I should say. It's definitely more physically demanding that's for sure, and more socially draining, that's another thing for sure. But on paper, I'm making more working less hours versus my 40 hours a week. So that's a big pro, really big. Now, going to the cons, the juicy, the thing I think that everyone wants to listen to, and that's the cons of being an esthetician. One big con is definitely the uncertainty, and definitely just think the opposite of everything that I mentioned in my pros, it can also be a con as well. So seeing is just really the inconsistency. I feel like 1 month I could be doing really good, and then the next month, how am I gonna survive type of feeling. And that could be very nerve-wracking if you're not good at saving money, and if you're not good at managing your money. If you have a lot of bills, especially when you're first starting out, because you're not gonna have a lot of clientele, not gonna be making a lot of money at first unless you're picking up hours and doing more things. Also, the holidays, that can make or break your check as well. You can either be super slow during the holidays because people are trying to save their money, or you could be super busy during the holidays because people have holiday parties that they have to go to and things they have to do. So it's very up and down. And then also when you start getting your regulars, you get your Christmas gifts. So that's a whole other pros and cons thing. So it can really make up for it. Just like for every pro, there's a con, and for every con, there's a pro. So, but there has definitely been moments where it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Oh my God. Especially when I was first starting, I definitely recommend everyone have 2 jobs. Yeah, definitely have 2 jobs down for about 1.5 years, or until you start to see steady clientele, because the ebbs and flows will be ebbsing and flowing. And the second thing, lack of diversity between men and women. I feel like a lot of my jobs, I have worked with both men and women, and then going into just a women-dominated industry has been a little bit of a shock. I hate saying it because it just feeds into the stereotype, but I feel like as a woman team, we can really build each other up, but then it can also be a thing where we knock each other down type of thing, and it's never really direct. It's always in a snarky way. And there's a lot of talking going on as well, which can lead to a lot of issues, especially when business is slow and there's more time to feed into that. And then on top of that, even with clients too, it can get a little bit messy, just because, and this isn't even just a women thing, it's literally an everyone thing. I feel like it could be kind of weird, especially when I remember one time we had a male esthetician come in, and it was so exciting, but then at the same time you have people feeling uncomfortable, and it shouldn't be like that, especially because I follow so many male estheticians as well on like TikTok and Instagram and everything too. And I feel like men have so much to offer, especially because there's other men coming in to get serviced as well. Whether that be beard acne, or men don't really get their lashes done, but just stuff like that. How am I supposed to service people when men rarely come in as it is? And then on top of that, we don't have a men's esthetician. And it sucks because I feel like I'm not able to provide to my fullest capability when a male does come in to get service, because I don't really get a lot of them. And then on top of that, we don't have a male anywhere in sight on our team to guide us in that way. I feel like men, especially men that suffer with acne, it could be very intense and they need a resolution as well. And a lot of those really strong acne products can possibly be used on men, which is a pro and con, because just because they're a man doesn't mean that they can take all this harsh chemicals and all this stuff. It's just so much, and I really feel like that's just one area that's unknown and I can't really find too much in-person experience with. My third con is how easy it is to get burnt out. You really have to spend as much focus on your outside job activities as much as you focus on your business or your job.
Just because it really can take over, especially because these are services that we can do in the comfort of our home, and these are services that, if you're an esthetician, you're seeing this stuff all the time. Not only are you seeing it in real life, but seeing it on your phone and everything, and it's just like you don't get a break from it. And I feel like that's why it's so easy to get burnt out, as well as just the constant social communication that you're having can also easily burn you out.
Last con that I have is kind of just how social media kind of portrays this career employer, as if it's just this quick money making thing or if it's just this exclusive thing. There's been so much discourse online, I feel like, between service providers and people getting the service, when in reality it's just like girls helping girls, people helping each other. At the end of the day, we all know that this is stuff that you can do at home, but the reason why you come to us is because it's faster and you are building a relationship with somebody, and it lessens the chance of anything happening. And whether anyone wants to admit it or not, you get better results and longer lasting results, because essentially it's something that we do every day and went to school for and have personal experience, because a lot of us are in this field because we have acne, or because we like getting our lashes done, or because we have just stuff like that, like because we personally like doing it. I feel like there just needs to be more of a mutual respect on both the clients and the service providers end from what we need from each other. Especially in my experience, I have people coming up to me asking me how much I make, and saying that I just look at butts all day, or I just touch nasty skin all day, or just stuff like that. And I think it's just very rude and unnecessary and just really icky, because I wouldn't go into your workplace asking you those questions or trying to make you feel uncomfortable, especially because these are all questions that you can easily find online, and that if you're asking me this question, it probably is something that you've seen online. I just hate service providers talk crap about their clients. Are you not embarrassed, for one? And then on top of that, how is someone supposed to see your video and then come to you and be vulnerable and honest with you after hearing about how you spoke about another person? And that even goes for posting before and after results online. I just hate just all the negativity that can be placed on something that's, to me, feels so sensitive and so personal, and honestly a personal growth healing thing for some people. And I don't think it's a place where opinions necessarily should be had and expressed so strongly. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm just not trying to offend people, but at the same time, get across that both sides, both providers and clients, I feel like we all need to just hold hands and sing Kumbaya and make peace, because it's so awkward and it's so tense when it really doesn't have to be. You don't have to be here. I technically don't have to be here, but we both want to be here, so let's make the experience pleasurable. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like I've yapped enough. Please let me know what you guys want to see from me, or any other video ideas that you have for me, because I would love to keep making these videos from you guys. And as always, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I will see y'all later.